What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mikey Yourself. In this week's video, we're working on the Cholo. Damn it! Alright guys, so like I said, we're doing a little bit more work on blue here. It's going to be our Cholo Road King. And nothing says Cholo more about a bike than an awesome set of fishtail pipes. So we're going to be throwing these on today. Let's take a look at what we got on it now. We'll take a listen to it, and then we'll go through the process of installation, which should be very, very simple. And we'll check it out. All right, guys, so you know when I bought this 07 Road King, it had a couple of things done to it, not a whole bunch, but one of the things it did have was some aftermarket Python pipes, and they sound great. I don't really, well, you can't really see them now. When I had the original classic leather bags on here, you could see the pipes, but with the extended bags, you don't really see them. You just kind of see the tips, just the tip. Anyhow, so they're cool, but they're not Cholo, so we're gonna swap that out. Let's take a listen to what these things sound like right now. They do have a baffle, I believe, in these, where the FishTailz, they're straight pipe, so it is going to sound a little bit louder. Yeah, we'll check it out, man. So let me go ahead and crank this thing up. We'll get a good listen, and then we'll jump into the installation. All right, so you just heard the Python pipes. They sound really nice. I mean, it's nice, got a good throaty sound to it. And the fact that this is the Twin Can 96, it's still got a bit of that chop to it. I don't think it's good. Oh, geez, I can't even talk. I have to say the Evo has much more chop to the motor. But the Twin Cam, it's pretty darn close, right? And of course, the M8, and I've got the M8, you know, with the 2017 Road Glide, which really doesn't, you know, it's far smoother of a sound. It's not that OG sound, but man, you got to love the power of the M8. So, you know, you got to give something, right? And you could always upgrade your cams to get that sound back, but let's stop talking about what we can do to the M8 and let's talk about what we can do to the 07 Road King. All right, so the process is pretty simple. We're going to take off the saddlebags, put them aside. We've got the clamp that's holding the slip-on to the header pipe, and then we have the two bolts that are holding it to the backside of the frame. We undo those three. We should be able to slide these right out. If your bike's been sitting for some time or you've never had those pipes off, you might need to shoot a little bit of WD-40 in there, let it soak a bit, and then kind of get at it, maybe with a little bit of shaking. You might have to tap on it with a mallet or something like that to get them to break loose, but they will break loose. Just take your time, go easy on it, and yeah, you'll enjoy the reward. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these things off, and we'll take a look at those three bolts. All right, so we're gonna start off with the left-hand side of the bike. This is the belt side, and if you watch my video on lowering the Road King, you'll remember we had to dent the muffler so that the shock can fully extend. Now, I'm not sure if we're gonna have to do the same thing to these Fishtailz, just because the pipe is actually thinner, right? It's not as wide of a diameter as these Pythons are. So fingers crossed, we won't have to worry about doing that extra step. But if we do, not a big deal. Done it once, done it twice, I'll do it again. So I did fail to mention what fishtails are we putting on this bike. We're doing the these are Wyatt Gatlin 36-inch fishtails. So I went with the little bit shorter. I know some people go with the 39s, and I think that looks great too. It's a little too long for me, or at least, you know, I don't want to have to worry about backing in a curb or anything like that with them. So this gives me the length and the look. So I'm kind of happy with that. So got these off of Dennis Kirk, and I think they were about $100 or something like that. Oh no, I take that back. They were about $200. So not too bad. No, look fine. But like I said, they're straight pipe, and all we need to do is take the clamp off of the Python to put on the leading point of connection there, and then bolt it all up. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. All right, guys, simple as that. Got the first pipe on. Now I'm gonna jump to the other side. Same process. The only tricky thing I have is I've got to worry about the mount for the compressor, but that's not a big deal. But same process, 3 bolts, swap it out. Make sure you put your clamp on, because if you don't have a clamp, then you're gonna have nasty exhaust leak. Yeah, and then we'll clean it up, put the bags on, take a look at it, and then we'll fire it up. All right, so now that we got these things on, one of the things you're gonna wanna do is measure, because they're gonna, you know, well, for these ones at least, since they do extend beyond the saddlebags, you're gonna want them to look even, right? So this, your saddlebag support bar is gonna be the same regardless. So you just measure that from bar to tip of your fishtail. In my case, I got about 12 1/8, and then same here, 12 1/8. So that way we know our fishtails are sticking out equally. It's not gonna look kind of weird or anything like that. So let's put the bags on and crank her up. Wow, dude, these things sound legit. I didn't know what to expect. I knew they were straight pipe, so I figured it'd be a little bit louder. For some reason, I imagined that the sound would be higher pitched. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Right? But this thing is throaty, and it sounds like a beast. So the only way, you know, I don't know how well the camera picks up that sound, because this is just a GoPro microphone, which they're pretty good, right? That's why you pay all the money for a damn GoPro. But the sound is phenomenal. I don't know if I would have got that same sound if I had removed the baffles from the Pythons, but this thing sounds bad. So the only way to finish this video is to do it with the montage. Let's check it out. Looks good, right? That's what I'm talking about. These are the things that make the differences, right? So really, when you think about a cholo, what are the major, you know, items that you notice first? It's the apes, that front wheel with the low profile white wall tire. You notice the lowered or the lowered bike / extended bags, and then the fishtails. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Super easy installation. I think at some point I gotta come up with some kind of scale to share with you, like how hard some of this stuff is, because sometimes it's really easy and I anticipate it to be super simple, and sometimes it becomes a bigger bear. So I don't know, like maybe I'll measure it and damn it, right? Because what are the opportunities that you're going to have a problem? In this particular case, I'd say it's a single damn it, right? Didn't run into any problems. I could have, maybe a stuck bolt or something, but you know, you take the steps like I said, throw a little WD on the bolts, and also on the pipe so you can shimmy it out a little easier. But other than that, it's pretty simple stuff. And again, for 200 bucks, I went through Dennis Kirk. I'm sure you could find a better deal on eBay, something like that. Totally up to you, but slip right on, sound amazing. You saw it firsthand, look amazing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you enjoy my videos altogether, become a subscriber. I'd love to have you as a member of my community. And until I post that next video, I hope to see you in the win.